Guys, good morning. It's Daryl. It is Sunday morning. I had to think for a minute. I'm running a little late today, and there's a couple reasons for that. I sleep an hour late sometimes on the weekend. I get up at 4 instead of 3. Another reason is I had to go back and right away read the comments from yesterday's 3 videos. I gotta be honest with you guys. I was nervous when I made that first video how it would be recepted. Uh, the last thing I want to be viewed as is a hater of America or something like that. And uh, I'm glad. I'm glad I posted it. Every comment, I enjoyed every comment. I was amazed. I pretty much the way I look at it is this. I believe in myself after these last 13 years of being in recovery. One thing I found when I first got into recovery, sitting in these groups in NA and AA and whatnot, is that we're all a lot more alike than we even realize, than we care to admit. Back in when this, and I'm using addicts and alcoholics, stuff like that, as an example. Um, Back when I was using, I thought I was just a little smarter, a little more cautious, a little something more than everybody else. And once I got into recovery, I found, man, we're all so much alike. We all fear a lot of the same things. We all think the same way. I think most people, good prevails mostly. Um, and when I posted that video yesterday, I get excited about these videos, and they come right from the heart, from my gut. And a lot of times later, I think back, and I'm not exactly sure how it came across. I don't know if it came across the way I intended. If sometimes I feel like I left out an explanation, a crucial part that would explain my idea, but I that's unfounded. Every comment. I loved every comment, and it confirmed my belief too that good attracts good. I'm amazed at. I had to raise the bar when I first started watching Beau's videos, and a lot of his subscribers came over to my channel, and I'm forever grateful for that. But I had to raise the bar. When I read you guys' comments, I realize how well versed you are. You guys are, I don't want to sound condescending, but you guys are extremely intelligent, well rounded, thoughtful people. Seriously. And I had to raise my bar, which is a great feeling because there's been other times, and again, not to sound condescending or anything, but you go on other channels, some of them not related to politics, and it was almost the opposite, where I had to lower, kind of be a little more basic in my thoughts. And I don't say that, trying to sound cocky or anything like that, but you guys got it. You guys understood what I was saying. America's great. We're great people. But I think the general feeling is that somewhat of embarrassment lately, of this one person, this one administration representing the majority, and I'll say, yeah, the majority of us. It's embarrassing, and then there's other things too that that how the history books have been doctored. As far as slavery, Native Americans, the Vietnam War. When I went to school in the 70s and 80s, there wasn't one word about the Vietnam War. I don't even think there's anything about the Korean War in there. I didn't learn anything about that. I had to learn that myself. And again, you got to. I think people have to take it upon themselves to find the truth. That'll lead me right into my next topic. One comment, and again, I'm a person that always questions myself, and I think it's a good thing. I don't like to assume that I know everything. I always look back and try to better myself from yesterday. I know I'm wrong. I know I'll be wrong tomorrow. I think being wrong is what makes us better. My mistakes improves me. And I question myself. Did I do the right thing? Did I say it the right way? Could I say it better? Could I say it better tomorrow? And I think that's important. And it brings me to our current leader. When you have a person that says they know it the most about everything, that they have the best everything, you know, I right away the alarms go off in my head. This guy's an idiot. You know, I mean, I wish I could say it better than that, but I can't. My basic alarms just go all off in my head. Um, and then I'm like, how is this guy leading this country? Um, his supporters, and when you tend to bring up this point, when he says ridiculous things, and he says them often, the lies, the ridiculousness, the flip flopping, Trump supporters will inevitably say, they'll bring up the four level chess or 4D chess or whatever this idea is in their head, that, or that he's kidding around, that it's a little nudge to his supporters that he knows what's going on. And I just realized that Beau said the same thing the other day, so I won't get too far into that because he's already talked about that, and I feel the exact same way. It's their excuse, it's their reasoning that he can't be that stupid. He's just kidding around. I beg to differ. Anyway, this one comment, I questioned myself when I read it. No, I'm sorry. I questioned myself after I responded to it just a minute ago. I was like, did I respond too harshly? Did I maybe not understand it? Because there was one comment, and it wasn't a bad comment, and they're all valid. I love everybody's comments. I gotta say, man, I love seeing. It's amazing seeing so many likes and so many comments that I'm connecting. That what I'm saying is connecting. It's a great feeling. When I first started this channel, as I told you guys before, I went about it in the wrong way, in a negative fashion, where I tended to go to Fox News and start arguments. And that brought all that crowd back to my channel. It was the wrong way to do this. So my subscribers bumped up this much, and I had a bunch of people that hated me commenting. It's like they came to my channel just to tee off on me. And it was the wrong way to go about it. Then I saw Beau's channel, and I was like, God damn, and the way he makes these videos, the way he slides underneath, you're never sure. Sometimes you're not sure which direction. If you don't know him, you don't know which direction he's coming from. Great tactic. I'm sorry, I'm off subject again. Back to the comment. The comment was that the comment said he is talking about the deep state cabal getting the nukes. Now, I assume when he said he means Trump. Deep state cabal. When I see the words deep state, the alarms go off in my head. To me, that is the word for a pretend, not necessarily pretend, but a paranoia boogeyman. Something to blame stuff on. A boogeyman. A made-up boogeyman. Let's just say it. That's what I see or even QAnon. I don't believe that. That's the other side's made-up deep state boogeyman. So the alarms went off in my head when I read this, and then part of me said, "Well, Daryl, maybe you don't." When he said cabal, I was like, "Well, maybe there is something in the Iranian government called the cabal. Maybe I don't know everything. Maybe I'm missing something here. So don't tee off on this guy too quick." But I don't think so. And I responded, and it wasn't harshly, but I always feel bad. I wasn't buying it. I don't buy that. I don't buy into the paranoia, the deep state stuff. The deepest The deepest I believe that goes. Okay, we have Trump now, and we have these Republicans that, in a loose fashion, are backing somebody they know lies, that they know has serious defects, but they know he's bringing in money hand over fist. They know he's got a core group that will never leave him, no matter what. That means votes. So we got votes and you got money. And I think even over the last 3 years, we've just seen we've seen these people go from Republicans to Trump supporters. And like I said, I've made videos about this before. Republicans, I can talk to, I can deal with. I voted Republican the very first time when I was 18. I voted for Reagan. I can talk to them. It's just one slightly different American ideology versus another, Democrat versus Republican. I can relate to those people. I can relate. I can compromise with people like that. Trump supporters, I can't. I don't understand them. To me, it's a mindset of envy, greed, fear. Right there. I think that breaks it down right there. Envy, greed, and fear. A feeling of scarcity. And again, my friend Beau summed it up very well, that the group aging out sees things changing. And I want to make one quick point too, that not all baby boomers, not all older people are like that, because I got some great comments from baby boomers, amazing comments. I got this one comment from somebody that grew up during the Civil War era. I think I pinned that comment, as a matter of fact. So I'm not generalizing here. I had to look up a little while back. I had to look up the difference between envy and jealousy. Envy is wanting what somebody else has. Jealousy is the fear that something will be taken away from you. I didn't know that. I really didn't, and I had to look it up. That's the kind of person that I am. If I don't know something, I have to know it. It bothers me. Even the word cabal, I'm sure I'm going to look that up sometime today to see, am I missing something, or is there more to it? So this fear, this envy, I really think it's a big part of that, fear of change. And then I see this mindset, and I even see it in the people around me. People that fear, it's like they're not happy with their life. They feel that they're working too hard. They don't like what they're doing. And they feel that other people are having it easier than them. And I've said this in other videos. The quickest way to an unhappy life, to feeling unfulfilled every single day, is to compare yourself to other people, to compare yourself to anyone. Surest way to lead an unhappy life, in my opinion. And I'm happy. I'm not rich. I'm single. If you were to look at me, you'd say, "Well, what are you so happy about?" I'm happy. I am. I'm happy just to be here today, sitting in this chair. That right there, that's a plus. That's good enough for me. I'm happy. But yeah, I think I see this in the Trump supporters, and Trump tapped into that. This fear that people are coming into this country too easily. I noticed that too with a lot of recent immigrants. People have come here in the last couple generations, feel they had to work very hard to get in here, and they don't think it's right that other people cross in just over the border and don't have to jump through the same hoops they did. Here's an easy way to stop feeling like that. Stop comparing yourself to other people and just be glad you're here. Understand why your family came here. To lead a better life, to help your family. And that's just what they're doing. I don't think a lot of these people coming up from the South, from the southern countries, have the option to sit around and fill out page after page of documents and wait months or years. I don't think they really have that option. I don't. And I think a lot of it has to do with our influence, our previous influences in Nicaragua and Ecuador, all those countries. But not to get off subject again. But back to that one comment. I've roamed around a lot. I don't buy the deep state thing. I don't. I think it's a boogeyman made up. Um, it's just a made up boogeyman to blame things on. Just to say it simply. I could get into this long thing about it, but that's all it is. And to hear our president utter those words, the words of a conspiracy theorist, you know, oh, the deep state. That's again, it's like, oh my God, how did this guy get into the position of president? This uneducated, babbling, greedy, envious, lying, manipulative person get to be president. You know, and it brings me back to our feelings a lot about America now. A lot of us are just embarrassed to have him out there representing us. Unfortunately, I think a lot of bigoted, racist people felt the same way about Obama. I think a lot of people had a problem just because he was black, and they felt that they should have been represented by a white person. I'm going to say just how I could pretty it up, but that's what I think, and I think a lot of those people voted for Trump. When they say he's like me, I think let's just cut it down to the basic truth. I think that's what they're saying. So I've rambled a lot. I thank you guys so much for your comments and your likes in that video yesterday. There was a couple times, man, I almost hit that delete button when it was downloading. I was like, okay, it's gonna be downloaded in 35 minutes. I could still delete it, and I'm glad I didn't. I believe in myself. I believe, and not only that, I believe that a lot of people are like me. Not only that, I believe that we're all very much alike. Human beings in general are all very much alike. The Iranians, the United States, we're all people. We're all humans, and I think we miss that. Chinese, black, white, all humans. We all have the same fears, the same hopes, the same dreams. You know, just because people have a different color skin does not make them animals or monsters or rapists. You know? All right. You guys have a great Sunday.